This video will demonstrate how to adjust some of the basic settings for a high-fab demand set controller. Specifically, we'll look at how to adjust the date and time stored within the controller, and also how you can modify the pressure or differential pressure set point. So whenever you first walk up to one of our boosters and you look at the touch screen, you may see a main menu like this, or perhaps you'll be within a status menu that looks something like this, or even a graph of the header pressure or the differential pressure. If you see something like this whenever you walk up to the unit, you can simply tap anywhere on the touchscreen and it will bring you back to the system status menu. From there, or from any other sub-menu within our controller, if you see an escape button in the top right, you can simply escape back to the main menu. In order to change the date and time within the controller, you'll need to go into the configuration menu. So you can simply tap on the word configuration right here. And in any of these submenus, you'll see M plus or M minus buttons here. Those simply mean menu plus or menu minus, and that's how you can navigate within that submenu. So in order to change the date and time, we'll need to go to display settings. And you'll notice that it is prompting me for a username and a password. And since I'm not logged in at this time, this is the first parameter I'm changing, I'll have to do this, but it remains logged in for some time after this if you continue to use the controller. So username and password are both just the number 1. So you'll just enter a 1 and also a 1 for the password. And then you'll need to hit this unlock button right here. You can see in the center of the screen it says current user 1. That means that it did log in user 1 and it worked correctly. After that, you can just hit this back arrow right here and it'll bring you back to that menu you were on. So we'll need to tap display settings again, which brings us in to this menu, which has several options. And we're specifically looking at date and time in this case. You'll notice that there's fields for year, month, day, right? Hour, minutes, seconds. In this case, these are actually correct, so I'm not going to adjust them, but you'll see that if you tap on any of those fields, it'll bring up an option for you to modify that. So I could change this and I could hit enter. Do that for both the date and the time to ensure that all alarm history, changes that are made within the controller, that if you look back at those, it's going to be accurate. So it's important to have an accurate date and time. Once you're done with that, you can click OK, and then you can click to run mode to go back into the menu. Once you've done that, if you're looking to adjust the set point, you can simply hit escape, which will bring you back to the main menu. And instead of going to configuration, you'll need to tap on the status menu. You can see here the current discharge pressure is 63 psi, current suction pressure is 20 psi. So you can navigate with the M plus button down here, and you'll see that system set point and restart percentage both have a question mark after them. Any field that has a question mark after it is something that the user can adjust in the field. So in this case, I want to adjust the set point. It's currently at 70. Let's say we want it to be 80 psi. You would just tap on that set point, enter your new 80 psi pressure set point, and that's all there is to it. Your set point is now set to the desired 80 psi.